Welcome to the Banshee channel. Two-stroke. Yes, custom made.
Guys, welcome to the Banshee channel. Today I want to present you the YFZ-3. You may ask, what is that? Started life as a brand new YFZ 450R, as you can see, in acid green, and it became the two-stroke that it always wanted to be. So I say a follower, really a fellow enthusiast, reached out to me about this and was telling me that he had built a few of these YFZ hybrids, and he had one on the books for a friend of his that backed out or just couldn't make it happen and was like, be done with it in like a month or so. I'd love to send it to you to test out and kind of share on the channel. And obviously my answer was yes. We're about to go rip it for the very first time. So I haven't ridden it. We've cranked it up and revved it a few times, but take you guys along with me for its maiden voyage. One of the cool things is he reached out to me before he was kind of finished with it, and my vision for it was to make it as stock as possible, like it came from Yamaha this way. So I mean, we've got the factory bars, steering stem. If you come over here and look, I love that it's obviously still thumb throttle, but this has the OEM KTM start stop button with the power modes. Believe it or not, this is a virtually unmodified TRX 250R CT pipe that looks and fits like it was made for it. Obviously he had to extend and put the KTM flange on it, but fits remarkably well. Look at the silencer here. Thing to note, this is a 2025 KTM 300, I think it's the MX, anyway, it's the Motocross 300, and I believe it's around 55 horsepower. This thing ought to rip. Said all in, it's about 40 pounds lighter than the actual YFZ 450, so all pluses. Thing to note is it looks like it just bolted right up, but he had to clearance like a ½ inch off the swing arm and some off the cases for the chain to line up. Not like it's a direct bolt in, but it is doable. Plates up here, it's kind of cool. John built this out in his basement, so he hand cut these motor mounts out of 3/16 plate, extended the wire and harness, tied the lights into the factory key switch, so all your tail lights and headlights, brake lights work. For a home built, like, this thing looks like it could have came from the factory that way. Like, I'm truly impressed with his craftsmanship. Nothing left to do but to do it. Fuel injected, electric start, two-stroke. If you saw the preview video or the hype video I shared yesterday, I mean, Yamaha, if you're listening, John did all your R&D. I'm doing all your marketing. All you have to do is make it. You just make us a 300cc two-stroke, electric start, and slap it in the YFZ. So it's like we did all your homework for you. And while you're at it, bring the Banshee back. And don't change anything but the colors. And then maybe do a limited run of the old school colors, the OGs, the retros. Bring back maybe 1,000 a year, number them 1 to 1,000. That's how you get the collector market. And just copy the Raptor colors. They're already good. They just need to be two-stroke. And while we're at it, we might as well put the Tenere 700 twin in the Raptor, and then we'll be happy. Us sport quad guys will have everything I want. See, I wore my Tomac shirt in honor of today because it's a Yamaha quad with a KTM power plant. Felt it was fitting. First impressions are yes. On top of that, that's low power mode. We're about to put it on green. Green is mean. Expectations I had, but it exceeds them. Out of 10. Give it a quick look over, see if anything's leaking loose. It runs so good. So far so good. I don't see anything. Like literally still 10 out of 10. It's matching the LTR on handling. 2-stroke power, like 4-stroke throttle response. I don't know. This is the one. You gotta have Jim here to get long jumps. You gotta raise that competitive edge. But it'll definitely do it, and it flies nice and level. It feels light. And I think the biggest thing compared to jumping most two-strokes is the throttle is just precise. It's as good or better than a four-stroke as far as jumping, where you want to just rock. Where I hate jumping this on a Banshee because it's either to the moon or nosedive. There's no in between. I've said it 3 or 4 times now. 10 out of 10. It might be the most favorite quad I've ever ridden. The jury's still out, but it's definitely top 3 without a question. My only complaint is the first gear is too tall. If you heard on that last turn there, you really got to be on the pipe or it'll kind of bog. But also, those are meaty 20s and I'm 250 pounds, so lighter rider, small tire. And you may just be able to put a little bigger sprocket on the rear and remedy that, but other than that, that's literally my only complaint, is first gear. Love it. Thank you, John, for sending this for me to review. That's all I got to say. Banshee channel out. I'm gonna mix up some gas. As good as any. It's that Walmart race gas. John told me the manual calls for 60 to 1, which is very thin. We're gonna do 50. I'm gonna have to use the old internet. So you need 13 ounces for 5 gallons. This is 16, so leave 3. Call it a day. Should do it. All right. Will you take me over there in the golf cart?
Yes.
What do you think the chances are of us spilling this gas everywhere?
It's 50-50.
No, it's 50 to 1.
Oh.
How to get over there without getting stuck in the golf cart. This is where John from SPM drove right through the mud in the golf cart. He didn't know that was the softest spot in the whole world. John, who built this, I feel like he will build another one of these, but that's like not his goal. He's not trying to mass produce them, but if somebody really wants one, he can do them. I know you have to at least start with a brand new KTM and YFZ 450, and then he parts it out to recoup some of the money. But he hasn't really got with me on pricing yet of what one would actually cost. But it's definitely north of 20 grand, because that's the minimum it costs just to buy the bikes. There she is. It's a cool looking color. I wasn't sure about it when they first came out. I said, what in the Jurassic Park did they Yamaha release? But I mean, out here in the wild, I like it. I kind of kidded around. We should call it the Velociraptor. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound better than the YFZ-3? Yes. That's kind of boring. It's a Velociraptor. I did kind of glance at the fuel before we left, but I was too excited to ride it, so I didn't really want to mix gas up. I think it had a half a tank when we started. I'm assuming this has the YFZ stock fuel pump. I'll ask John later, but that's what I would have done, kept it in the tank. Back up and kind of pan out. We'll get to see what it holds. Although that's just factory specs on Yamaha's website. Mine could have got a little more in there. That was about 2.5 gallons. I think it holds more. All right, so Yamaha, what do you think? Can you make this? I think you should. I guess you just have to develop a 300cc fuel injected electric start 2-stroke. But I mean, if a company can build the most iconic engine in the world, the Yamaha Banshee 350 Twin, I think you could make a single cylinder 2-stroke. So the chassis is ready. Drop it in. I'll be your first buyer.